All right, guys, so here is the video for percent composition in today's notes. So question says, let's go ahead and find the percent composition of silver phosphate. Okay, the percent composition, remember, is the amount by percent that each element occupies in a given compound. So if we're looking for silver phosphate, right, remember that the chemical formula for silver phosphate translates to Ag3PO4, silver phosphate. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start this by finding the molar mass. So let's find the molar mass. Okay, if you don't remember how to do molar mass, we're going to review it one more time here. And there's another video that's been posted, so take a look at that. Okay, so first thing in molar mass, right, is we need to figure out, or we need to identify all the elements that are present. Okay, so element number one here that we're going to look at is going to be silver. Okay, element number two is going to be phosphorus, and element number three is going to be oxygen. Okay, so let's go ahead and start working this out. So in this compound, right, we can see that there are 3 silvers. Okay, there is 1 phosphorus, and there are 4 oxygens. Okay. Okay, I'm going to use the amount and I'm going to multiply it by the atomic mass of each element. Okay, grams per mole. Phosphorus is going to be times 30.9737. And where am I getting these numbers? I'm getting these numbers from the periodic table because this is just the atomic mass of each element. Okay, so give yourself a note and say, here is the atomic masses, right? The atomic masses. And where do you find those? On the periodic table. Okay, once I multiply these out, okay, whoops, I'm going to end up with 323.604. This is grams per mole. Obviously, this is going to be the same number again because I'm multiplying just by 1. Okay, again, grams per mole. And this is going to be 63.996 grams per mole. Now, if I take all these numbers and I add them all up, okay, I'm going to end up with 418.5737 grams per mole. Okay, this number here, this is the molar mass. Okay, so that's how you find the molar mass of a particular compound. You identify the elements that are present. Okay, you multiply by their quantity in the compound, you add them all up, and you get the molar mass. Now, how do we find percent composition? Okay, this is actually really easy. You follow a formula. Okay, the formula says that the percent composition is the total mass of each element, divide that by the molar mass of the compound, and then multiply that by 100, right? So let's get this set up. The total mass is here, okay? Look, this is the atomic mass, the one that we underlined here, right? But the total mass in the compound, right, that exists when you multiply by the quantities in the compound. So the total masses are here. They're these values here. Okay, so we're going to take those values and we're going to divide each one by the molar mass and divide by 100, and that'll give us our percent composition, right? So let's take a look at the first one. Okay, the first one we're going to do is going to be silver. So that's going to have a mass of 323.604 grams per mole. Okay, I'm going to divide that by the total molar mass of the compound, which is 418.5737, again, grams per mole. These are going to cancel. And then I want to multiply that by 100. When I multiply that by 100, I'm going to end up with 77.31% of silver. So silver occupies 77.31% of the whole compound, right? Let's do the same thing for phosphorus. Phosphorus has a mass of 30.9737. Remember, because there's only one phosphorus in the compound. I'm going to divide that by 418.5737, again, grams per mole. Those cancel, times 100. And that gives me a total percentage of 7.40% of phosphorus. Okay, now where am I getting these numbers? From here. See, there's the first one, there's the second one. Okay, here's the third one. For oxygen, we're going to do 63.996 grams per mole. Divide that by the total molar mass, which is 418.5737 grams per mole. Cancel, times 100, and that gives me a total percent of 15.29% of oxygen, right? So in this compound, right, we can see that silver occupies 77.31% of the mass, right? Phosphorus occupies 7.40% by mass, and oxygen occupies 15.29% by mass. So the majority of this compound, for example, would be silver. Now, if I was to take all these up and add them together, right, you should end up right at 100%, right? Should end up here. All right. If you add these up and you're at 110 or you're at 75 or you're not really, really close to 100, then you made a mistake. But this is really, really straightforward. You find the molar mass, you take the total mass divided by the molar mass for each element, and you get the percentage of each element. Okay. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out.